The table is set and ready for supper. Laughter of family and friends fills the room. No reason to watch the front door anymore. There's no other guest to appear. No one got lost, everybody's here. It feels like a lifetime since we got together. The older we get, seems the less time we share. Yeah, there's weddings and funerals and moments like this. The occasion is just to be near. Everyone needs it, everybody's here. Mamas and daddies, husbands and wives, sisters and brothers and dear friends for life. Grandmas and grandpas, daughters and sons. Together we're blessed one more year. Nobody's missing, everybody's here. I know some of us are just here in spirit, gone but still present in memories alive. There are heavenly clouds smiling down with love. No wonder my eyes fill with tears. No one's really gone, everybody's here. Mamas and papas, husbands and wives, aunts, uncles, cousins, and dear friends for life. Nieces and nephews, and of course our sweet pets. Come here, Betty. Together we're blessed one more year. Nobody's missing, everybody's here. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. All right, thank you very much. It's great to be here, a beautiful town. And I don't really have a story for this next song. Sometimes you just write a song because you have to. You stayed just a little too long at the dance. I know how far you fell. Baby, don't blame yourself. You tried holding on to a love going back. The heart just won't let go. Tears won't stop till you give and every drop you had. You've cried long and hard, but it's alright. Inside, hope rises with the morning light. Dark as it seems right now, the best is yet to come. For Cinderella at 12:01. It's sad when a fairy tale brings a bad reality. Baby, now don't give up. The story ends with true love. In your darkest hour, it's hard for you to see. His friend right in front of you is here to show you how good love could be. You cried long and hard, but it's alright. Inside, hope rises with the morning light. Dark as it seems right now, the best is yet to come. For Cinderella at 12:01. Baby, a lonely night can last forever. the sun come up together. Put your hands together if you feel like it. Yeah. You've cried long and hard, but it's all right inside. Hope rises with the morning light. Dark as it seems right now, the best is yet to come. For Cinderella at 12:01. For Cinderella at 12:01. For Cinderella at 12:01. All right, thank you. So thanks again, Sarah, for inviting me for this. This was just incredible. Incredible night, incredible town. You know pretty much a lot about me just from Kate, and you know where I come from. And New Paltz, which is the name of the town, is a wonderful little place, but I could not wait to get out when I turned 18. And I stayed away for 30 years. And you know, when I came back, let's just say it wasn't quite the homecoming I expected. This old iron bridge where the village starts is a gateway to my past. Cross a river that runs from south to north, whose current has pulled me back. There's the little wood house where I grew up. It felt a lot bigger back then. There's strangers, cars, and toys in the yard. It's somebody else's now. It's somebody else's town. There's the bar my best friend Billy and I could drink without IDs. The drunk I was behind that door seems like a stranger to me. When Billy died out on old Route 9, a part of me passed on too. And it's resting next to that little white cross on somebody else's route. Through somebody else's town. Somebody wrote, you can't go home again. Places change, you lose family and friends. Till the feeling of belonging there feels like it's all gone. Next generation moves in, the river rolls on. Still I'm walking Main Street in disbelief at the storefronts that have changed. Past the old high school, wishing that some old friend was calling my name. There's a skinny young kid I used to be, I really was hoping to find. That ghost is gone, I'm moving on, and I've let it go somehow. It's somebody else's town. This old iron bridge leads me out of somebody else's town. Bye-bye, my old town. All right, thank you very much. So as Kate told you, I moved to Boston and went to school there, and I love the city, and there's a lot of great stories that came out of that time. And this is an old story, a new song, so hope you like it. Fancy running into you in Tampa. After all these years, you're a wonderful sight. Even though I'm sweating in the southern heat, this takes me back to cold northern nights. Remember how we survived those winter storms, wrapped up in each other's arms, trying to keep warm. Boston snow was my best friend. Your cold bare feet against my legs, snuggling up in bed. Boston snow never end, hard as it was in our freezing room. For me, it was easy loving you. I see you've got that same beautiful skin, the kind that burns and never gets to tan. Still you look happy living in the Sunshine State, and I notice there's no ring on your left hand. If you're free, we can reminisce together, maybe get excited, talking about the weather. Boston snow was my best friend. Your cold bare feet against my legs, snuggling up in bed. Boston snow would never end, hard as it was in our freezing room. For me, it was easy loving you. I can't help wishing for a blizzard right now, with a swirling wind that carries us back in time somehow. Boston snow, winter wonderland. From Kenmore down to Copley Square, we walked hand in hand. Boston snow had a different plan. Back then, I never really knew how good it was for me loving you. Though it's hot as hell here in July, is there a snowball's chance again for you and I? All right, thank you very much. So, what Kate didn't tell you is I'm half Italian, and I had an Italian grandmother. I don't know if any of you out there can relate, but when she got into that kitchen, the smells that came out of her cooking and her tomato or spaghetti, tomato sauce, those smells and those memories are with me forever. Life was clearly wrongs and rights. Coffee black and tablecloth white. I still see her bent over her stove in Grandma Rose's kitchen. She'd stir her sauce and have a taste, a peaceful sureness in her face, smell of garlic and oregano in Grandma Rose's kitchen. Table crowded with our family, homemade red wine with spaghetti. She'd say, have some bread, your face looks thin. Sharp eyes measured every bite. She'd say, God bless your appetite. In her warm gaze, you're a child again. In her kitchen, it's how I think of holidays. Aunts and uncles and cousins came like pictures on her wall. Time froze in Grandma Rose's kitchen. Mama sit, my dad would plead. She never would sit down to eat. Always one more pot to soak in Grandma Rose's kitchen. Folding chairs and dishes clatter, loud Italian jokes and laughter. We shared bits of family history. She might mention Grandpa Joe, gone 30 years, God rest his soul. Sometimes she'd cry like he was there last week. In her kitchen, in my own kitchen now I stir spaghetti sauce and think of her. The memories rise up through my nose. It's Grandma Rose's kitchen. Grandma Rose's kitchen. I miss Grandma Rose's kitchen. All right, thank you very much. So, Sarah, you want to come up for this? Help me out? So Sarah's going to help me play this song, and I'm going to need your help with this one. Grandma Rose had another saying, and I do not know where it came from, but we could be sitting around the dinner table, some of my Grandpa Joe's homemade red wine, all the family's there, and she would wave her arm and she would go, "Who's a better than us?" And somehow, somehow my mother picked it up, other members of her family. Now we can be sitting around the table with takeout Chinese, 2 or 3 of us, and somebody will go, "Who's better than us?" And that is your line. When you hear me sing, if that ain't living good enough, you yell back at me, "Who's better than us?" And I'll cue you. All right. Here we go. There's a fiery sunset glowing on the horizon. We got a cheap bottle of wine to toast the show. There's no need to look down the street like some neighbors living better. Whatever pricey baubles they bought, we've got a treasure that's free. Just being together. Some folks have a bigger house, fancier cars, larger accounts. People stop by just to see their really nice stuff. What we've got is we all get along, loving each other right or wrong. Ready? That ain't living good enough. Who's better than us? There's families that fight over who gets the rubies and diamonds. When some wealthy relative passes on, we've made a fortune in laughter and joy, making us genuine royalty. My world couldn't feel one dime richer, knowing this moment I'm with the most valuable company. Some folks have a bigger house, fancier cars, larger accounts. People drop by just to see their really, really, really nice stuff. What we've got is we all get along, loving each other right. Oh, here we go. If that ain't living good enough, who's better than? Yeah, feels good, right? Who says we ain't classy? Who says we're uncool? I wouldn't trade this life with whoever they compare us to. Some folks have a crazy big house, Rolls and Bentleys, offshore accounts. People drop by just to see their humongous boat with a helicopter pad. Whoa! What we've got is we'll all get along, accepting each other right or wrong. Here we go. That ain't living good enough. Who's better than us? Let's do it again. It feels good. If that ain't living good enough. Yeah. Well, if that ain't living good enough. Yeah. That's great. Woo!
All right.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
So, I'm going to introduce you to another member of my family. Anybody out there in a love-hate relationship with a dog? You steal my steak off the table the very second I turn my back. There's no trace of remorse on your face when I catch you lapping beer from my glass. You wake me up way too early to proudly show you've got my shoe. Then you take off while I chase and cuss. It's all a game that's big fun for you, my good bad dog, my troublesome friend. Give me the pick of any litter, I'd pick you again, my adorable thief. I do believe you really don't mean to do wrong. That's why you're my good bad dog. We snuggle up when it's freezing. You wag my tail on rainy days. Somehow you see the sunshine I need. It's lots of warm licks all over my face. I wouldn't trade you for chicken. It's okay if you can't say the same. From the bottom of your doggy bowl, I know you love me in your naughty way, my good bad dog, my troublesome friend. Give me the pick of any litter, I'd pick you again, my adorable thief. I do believe why you're my good, bad dog. At parties you'll drag food out of the trash, and everyone's eyes open wide. Then they look at me like I'm an accessory, enabling your life of crime. My good, bad dog, my troublesome friend. Give me the pick of any litter, I'd pick you all over again. My adorable thief, I do believe you really don't need to do wrong. That's why you're my good, bad dog. Oh, oh, how I love my good, bad dog. Oh, come here, boy. All right, thank you very much. That goes out to Betty. So, I lost my dad a few years ago, and what I wasn't prepared for was that first trip back to the house with him gone. And it's an old house. You walk in, there's plaster walls with family pictures all the way down the hallway. And then you get to the back of the house, and there's his chair in the den, but he wasn't in it. And it was like he was there, but he wasn't. And I literally went from room to room going, "Where'd you go, man? Where'd you go?" There's a ghost impression of someone I lost, still pressed in their favorite chair. There's old family pictures frozen in time of blessed folks no longer here. We say things like she's in a better place, we'll see him again before long. We're here and then just like them, we're gone. Where do we go when we leave this life? Rising on home, where do we fly? I look to the heavens, wishing from here I could know. Whoa, 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 where do we go? Is it really God's mansion our souls go to live together in one perfect love? Will we have windows to those left behind? We'll sometimes reach out and touch. What I do know is the older we get, the faster we speed through our days. That slide into years, and in seconds we slip away. Where do we go when we leave this life? Rising on home, where do we fly? I look to the heavens, wishing from here I could know. Whoa, 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 where do we go? If living means dying, but there is no death, if we're pondering our turn to pass, it's not lack of faith, it's just human nature to ask. Where do we go when this life, rising on home. Where do we fly? I look to the heavens, wishing from here I could know. Whoa, 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 where do we go? Where do we go? All right, thank you very much. So I just got a washer and dryer, which is normally not a big deal. But before that, I had to go to the laundromat, and I had this funky little laundromat right down the street from me. And true story, it was a Friday, and I was literally down to my last pair of underwear and socks. So there I was on a Friday night, looking at all these other folks that were there on a Friday night instead of out on a date, enjoying a night out. And I thought, I felt this kinship for them. I said, we ought to have our own club. We are special people. The regulars are already here, 'cause I walked in late. There's Jimmy unloading 2 full bags. His boots and overalls are covered in paint. Tells me he finished 3 jobs this week. Claims the washers don't get his shirts clean. He wonders if Nixon tied with turpentine's what it takes. At the Friday night laundromat club, a place with no waitress, pool or bar, that I'm a proud member of. When I got a load of dirty clothes and I'm feeling just a little alone, let's meet up with friends and kick back with some suds at the Friday night laundromat club. I get hypnotized when I'm watching the dryer spin. Old Fred's busy playing some game on his phone. John's got his boombox cranked loud as sin. Betty's folding sheets and towels by herself. She gives Fred that smile and he gets up to help. I laugh when he kisses her cheek with that goofy grin. At the Friday night laundromat club, a place with no swimming, golf or boats, that I'm a proud member of. When I got a load of dirty clothes and I'm feeling just a little alone, I start my weekend with some good clean fun at the Friday night laundromat club. Suddenly, cute Tammy from work walks in with her pink laundry bag, and everyone turns to look 'cause it's somebody new. She bends over, loads her machine right where I can't help but see. Sits down next to me and says, mind if I join you at the Friday night laundromat club? A place with no poker, wheel or dice, that I'm a proud member of. When I got a load of dirty clothes and I'm feeling just a little alone, I meet up with friends and kick back with some suds at the Friday night laundromat club. So if you got a load of dirty clothes and you're feeling just a little alone, trust me, It's better than a stay-at-home dinner for one at the Friday night laundromat club. All right, so that's my laundromat. So, did Larry take off? Is he? So I'm going to introduce you to another family member of mine. My Aunt Betty Dukes passed away in December of 2019, and truth be told, this is her story. She was a headstrong girl in a toe-to-toe fight. She wouldn't get out of bed. Mama yelled, "Betty, you're late for school." Betty rolled over instead. Homeroom and social studies could wait. She'd get there soon enough. Betty wasn't ready. No, Betty wasn't ready. Betty wasn't ready until she was. Well, she grew into what they called a real looker. Betty broke a lot of hearts, right, Lucille? Became the first woman on the factory floor, and men said she was too smart. They played dirty tricks, thinking she'd quit. They weren't dirty enough. Betty wasn't ready. No, Betty wasn't ready. Betty wasn't ready until she was. Through the years she had trouble and tears. She left a few husbands behind. Heaven and earth were bound to move once Betty made up her mind. Yeah! That same headstrong girl in her 85th year was somehow clinging to life. Everyone waited around her bed. Someone said she could go anytime. Suddenly Betty yells, "I ain't going anywhere. You can't wait long enough." Betty wasn't ready. No, Betty wasn't ready. Betty wasn't ready until she was. No, Betty wasn't ready. She really wasn't ready. 'Cause Betty wasn't ready until she was. So, I got one more for you. And, you know, this has just been a great night to have an audience that's listening instead of getting drunk and getting in fights and a bartender mixing drinks. This is really special for me, so thank you very much for listening. All right. I knew things were going to be good when there was no chicken wire set up here, so, you know. You know, the only thing that would make this night better for me is having a birthday. Is anybody out there having a birthday? Anybody had a birthday in the last 12 months? All right. Well, this goes out to all of you. It's a beautiful night with family and friends, including some overgrown kids. We got good food and lots of booze. Why waste this moment? God forbid. I hear that somebody in this place was born on this very day, or close enough for the perfect excuse. Let's have a birthday. It's a lot of summer since most of us here outgrew those really cool toys, like Tonka trucks, Barbie and Ken, and cap guns that make real gun smoke noise. Now when our once-a-year day arrives, reminding old bones with their aches, that's the reason God gave us champagne. Let's have a birthday. Is there anyone past 21 really glad they're another year older? Some even dread that so-called special day. You can hide from your friends, get drunk and then cry on everyone's shoulder. But why not embrace your date and leave half the candles off of your cake? Now I hope you'll forgive if my attitude's jaded, but there's one sad fact that I've learned: that plastic tiara and cardboard crown means tomorrow it's somebody else's turn. In that cold world of disposable friends, none of you drifted away. Now it's time to say I love you. Let's have a birthday. Let's have a birthday. Let's have whoever's birthday. Well, maybe it's my birthday. I want a 68 Mustang. I finally get that pony. Let's have a birthday. Hey, yeah. All right. Thank you very much. You've been a great audience. Appreciate it.